Thank you for joining me on Primetime News. I'm Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and for the next 20 minutes, we'll be exploring the latest local, continental, and global news. The just concluded SADC Extraordinary Organ Troika Summit headlines the bulletin. The summit resolved, among others, to deploy a SADC force to restore peace and security in the eastern DRC, the use of a coordinated approach in resolving the conflict, as well as implored the DRC government to establish requisite conditions for the effective coordination among sub-regional forces and bilateral partners active in the DRC. Furthermore, the summit called for coordinated support to the government of the DRC in order to arrest the hostilities in the eastern part of the country, given the country will conduct national elections towards the end of this year. The one-day summit that took place in the capital yesterday commended Dr. Hage Geingob for his leadership as Troika chair for his unwavering resolve in finding long-lasting peace in the DRC. Moving on, Minister of Agriculture, Kahle Schlettwein, says reoccurring drought leading to crop failure and low harvests warrants the prioritization of responsive actions to address human and livestock needs. Speaking at the opening of the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform's planning workshop in Swakopmund on Monday, Schlettwein noted drought relief measures and distribution networks should be mobilized to mitigate devastating impacts on producers. Isabel Bento compiled this report.
Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform Kahle Schlettwein said the recurrence of the drought phenomena also underscores the need for urgent implementation of drought preparedness measures, such as the expanded activity to harvest rain and flood water for better adaptation and resilience in the future.
So we must move away from this open system where our only resilience, and with due respect to the priest, is praying for rain. Doesn't work like that. The prayers must also include to be innovative, to help ourselves to bring about resilience.
He further emphasized the immediate commencement of feasibility studies for timely project planning and budgeting in the next financial year on the basis of assessment feasibility, including for the Narkatal Dam irrigation project. The minister further stressed that effective management of the green schemes is a key lever for food security and food self-sufficiency, saying the ministry should urgently finalize and implement new lease agreements where awards are made to enable timely injection of private capital to win these schemes from the government budget.
Meanwhile, Schlettwein underscored the need to effectively manage the country's green schemes as they enhance the country's food security and self-sufficiency. Schlettwein noted the overreaching goal is for green schemes to operate self-sufficiently without depending on the government budget. Once more, let's have a listen.
Even our green schemes, I understand, have not optimal yields this year because of too little rain. And when they needed to irrigate, there were power failures. And then it rained too much. So the spread of water on the crop was not optimal. We must move away from this open system where our only resilience, and with due respect to the priest, is praying for rain. The prayers must also include to be innovative, to help ourselves to bring about resilience. We must immediately commence with the critical feasibility study and timely planning and budgeting in the next financial year on the basis of assessed feasibilities. This is in specific reference to the Narkatal Dam irrigation project. Narkatal is a huge dam and therefore a very reliable source for irrigation. We must finalize the feasibility study. We must consult with the community so that we have consensus with the community how to go about it. how would the community benefit, how would we have appropriate yields.
Moving on to the Oshodonjupa region, where Ochivarongo constituency councillor Marlene Bakera was on Monday re-elected and sworn into her position of chairperson of the management committee of the Oshodonjupa Regional Council. Bakera was also re-elected to continue serving as the chairperson of the regional council for the next 2 years and a half. Mulisa Simiasa filed this insert.
Ochivarongo constituency councillor Marlene Bakera was on Monday morning re-elected and sworn into a position of chairperson of the management committee of the Oshodonjupa Regional Council. Bakera was also re-elected to continue serving as the chairperson of the regional council for the next 2.5 years. Elder Felipe of Grootfontein, George Garab of Otavi, and Bethko Chabeonja of Okahanja will continue to represent the region at the National Council, where they are serving as members of parliament. The 7 constituency councillors joined the Oshodonjupa Regional Council on 2 December 2020 and are now expected to serve until December 2025. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, the segment bringing you updates on the latest trends in the world of business and economics. The Namibian High Commission in Ghana recently hosted the Namibia Investment and Trade Business Forum in efforts to market the country as a lucrative trading partner and investment destination. The Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation revealed in a statement that Namibia is well on course to enhance her presence in Ghana and beyond with strong participation in the 53rd General Assembly of the World Trade Centers Association, which took place in Accra last month. More from this report.
The statement read, to build up anticipation for Namibia's participation in the General Assembly, the delegation hosted the Investment and Trade Business Forum at the Namibian High Commission in Accra to create linkages with the local business community, while highlighting the comparative advantages that position Namibia as a lucrative trading partner and investment destination. The event drew over 100 entrepreneurs from a variety of sectors in Ghana, including oil and gas, real estate, agribusiness, tourism, mining, ICT, arts and fashion. Minister of Industrialization and Trade Lucia Ipumbu addressed the forum on Namibia's investment climate and economic opportunities, while Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board Chief Executive Officer Nangula Wanja did a presentation on investment opportunities in Namibia. It said Namibia also had an attractive exhibition booth where various products including meat and meat products, dairy products, pomegranates, dates, maize and wheat products, beer, wine, spirits, cowhides, cosmetics, charcoal, artifacts, Nakara handbags and coats were displayed. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
On to potentially exciting discoveries in neighboring Zimbabwe, where an Australian oil and gas firm, Invictus Energy, announced Monday it has found light oil, gas and helium in the remote northeastern part of the country, a culmination of months of exploration. Analysis of samples from its remote sites near the border with Mozambique confirmed the presence of light oil, gas condensation and helium. More details from this report.
The result definitively proves the presence of hydrocarbons in multiple reservoir pay zones at one of the wells. The Australian firm said analyzed samples demonstrate a consistent high-quality natural gas composition exhibiting low insert content containing less than 1% carbon dioxide. The discovery comes 30 years after the US giant ExxonMobil gave up its quest to secure crude oil in the area. The find could lead to Zimbabwe's first gas production and help improve power supplies in a country plagued by dire electricity shortages. The find is also a boom for President Emmerson Mnangagwa's government, which is entitled to as much as 60% of the project's output under a government with Invictus Energy.
And that brings us to the end of our top news segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by a detailed weather forecast. We commence our Sport Planet segment with an epic Champions League battle on the cards a little later tonight. Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti aims to secure an advantage to take to the Etihad Stadium when his side hosts Manchester City in the first leg of their Champions League semi-final later tonight. Speaking to the press on Monday, Ancelotti dismissed concerns about tiredness from his side's Copa del Rey final win against Osasuna on Saturday night and confirmed Luka Modric will start in the game. He was also asked about Haaland, who has 35 goals in the Premier League and 12 in Europe. We are not preparing a game to stop Haaland, but rather to stop a team that seems unstoppable. But I think we may have options. We can win, he said. This is surely a humdinger of a match between two titans in superb form. One can only anticipate tonight's result. That said, let's wait and see. Staying with football, Argentine and Paris Saint-Germain footballer Lionel Messi added 2 prestigious awards to his already illustrious list of achievements, winning the Law's World Sportsman and the World Team of the Year at the grand ceremony on Monday. The 35-year-old veteran who led Argentina to World Cup victory last year in Qatar became the first ever athlete to sweep both awards in the same year. The World Cup winning captain Messi, who shared the men's prize with Lewis Hamilton in 2020, defeated other nominees including 21-time tennis Grand Slam winner Rafael Nadal, current Formula One world champion Max Verstappen, world record holder in pole vault Mondo Duplantis, basketball player Stephen Curry, and French football international Kylian Mbappe to secure the award for a second time. Certainly, additional feathers to Messi's cap. Congratulations to one of the greats of the game. Your sports roundup is up next. And with that, we've reached the end of tonight's broadcast. Thanks for watching. Join us again tomorrow for the latest updates on local, continental, and global headlines. From myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the entire production team behind the curtain, it's good night.